Welcome to the Marketing Intelligence Show powered by Supermetrics, the leading marketing intelligence platform helping agencies and brands turn data into business growth. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Marketing Intelligence Show by Supermetrics. I'm Fanny, Demand Gen Team Lead at Supermetrics and your host today. Let me start by asking you this. What if you could save 40% of analyst time and transform your entire digital marketing data infrastructure in just 6 months? Sounds impossible, right? Well, it's not. That's exactly what today's guest, Martina Karakoleva, Campaign Insights Manager at Philips Healthcare did. Martina led the digital marketing data transformation project at Philips Healthcare, concluded the whole project in just 6 months with the help of Supermetrics, and reached some amazing results. Today, Martina will share some of the key lessons they learned during this journey. Welcome, Martina. We're so happy to have you join us.
Thank you, Fanny. I'm happy to share our Supermetrics story, and thank you for having me.
Great. So you led this incredible data transformation at Philips Healthcare. Before we go into how you made this happen, could you tell us what were the biggest things that changed?
Yes. So indeed, we were able to transform our digital marketing data in quite a short time. We had our MVP in less than 6 months, and we were able to save 40% of analyst time from pulling data and putting it into generating insights. But a few of the key achievements as well were we were able to automate our digital and marketing data into our data lake. We were able to build a robust data model and architecture that allowed us to blend a lot of this data with other data sources. And making sure that, again, our MVP was available and used by our stakeholders across the organization.
Okay, those are some pretty big changes that you've made. So let's rewind a bit to understand how you got there. Could you tell us more about your role at Philips Healthcare and how you got involved in leading this transformation?
Yes. First, to tell you more about Philips. Philips has been known for its innovation for more than 130 years. And now we are centered around healthcare, and we have two arms. Our personal health, or the consumer products like shaving, toothbrushes, and mother and child care, and our second arm of health systems, or the B2B. I'm part of the latter, sitting in a global center of excellence of marketing insights and analytics. As campaign insights manager, we are part of a small team within the Center of Excellence Digital and Campaign Analytics team, which supports business and marketing teams globally to provide insights and optimization recommendation on our digital and campaign activities. While a relatively small team, our team supports more than 1,000 campaigns per year. As being part of both analytics team and working closely with the business teams, I could see firsthand the growing need for more insights and more need for more data points. At the same time, seeing the pain of how difficult it is to get there with the large volumes of data and combining a lot of different data sources. Thus, our project and our structure as a center of excellence helped us to regroup quickly and efficiently in an agile way, and get the right resources. Where indeed I was leading the transformation project with Supermetrics, and we were having a cross-functional team with data engineer, developers, and analysts for this.
Okay, yeah. So more than 1,000 campaigns a year sounds definitely a lot. So before you started using Supermetrics, how did you manage the data from all of those campaigns and your marketing data overall?
Yes, it was quite a manual process of bringing a lot of the data sources and data points together. So analysts, myself as well, would spend more than 4 days per month to just pull data together for one report. And knowing our portfolio, there are more than one report per month. So we were spending quite a lot of time pulling data together and combining it to generate a report, which was limiting us also on how much insights we can generate, apart from being very lengthy process and quite prone to errors. We did try to automate it before, of course, but it was quite challenging knowing that a lot of this data was scattered around different data lakes, different platforms. So Supermetrics there was the game changer for us to centralize the data.
Okay. Yeah, I love hearing about this, and that the role of Supermetrics was really key in the project. So once you realized that change was necessary, as you mentioned, the need for insights and analysis grew. You needed to scale your operations. So what were the biggest roadblocks standing in your way, and how did you solve them?
Yeah. So the first roadblock, or I think more than overwhelming challenge, was the data itself. It was the first time we had all our data in one place, and we had to make it work. It was huge volumes of data. So understanding how to structure it, what is the data model that we need to build, and how to make it happen was quite a challenge. There we were able to leverage our naming conventions, and previously we also had quite a strong structure and model naming conventions globally, so that really came in handy for us to scale and deliver fast. The second challenge, I think it's just the change management itself. Suddenly we were able to show the end-to-end data and have end-to-end performance. So we had to work with our stakeholders on how to use the data and how to build that data trust and confidence. As previously, it was quite a manual process. So we focused a lot on data education with our stakeholders, having bi-weekly training sessions. Once our MVP was live, we could train them on how to use the dashboard, but actually using use case basis and storytelling. We were not going to them just to show them how amazing is what we are doing, but we were picking use cases that they would have in their day-to-day life and saying, oh, that's how you would answer it with data. And another key thing that really helped us there was also being very open about the project, about data documentation. So we had an open documentation of our data structure, data model, how we're bringing the data and what data granularities, and make it available for non-data data colleagues to be able to understand it. And that really, it was really highly appreciated by our colleagues, and really helped us to build the trust and increase the usability of what we were delivering.
Okay. Yeah, I really love the open and transparent culture you've created within your organization, and also the educations you've held for the marketers. That sounds really great. You mentioned naming conventions. So let's dive deeper into that. It's such a common issue for marketers to deal with. But why was it so crucial for your team, and how did you solve it?
Yes, I cannot stress enough the importance of a good naming convention structure indeed. So for us, this came quite in handy to be able to validate the data quickly and build the model. As well, it really helped us to be less dependent on platform changes. Soon after we started with Supermetrics project, there was this change in SA360 API where quite big changes were done in the way data was flowing. And that's when we were still in the exploration phase with Supermetrics. It really helped us realize that naming convention is something that we can rely also in long term, rather than depending on platform changes, because they can take you quite back. So for us, naming conventions really allowed us to bring the data together, blend it in the right way, and scale our model quickly and deliver fast. Also, less prone to errors. It allowed us also very quickly to validate the model and the data that we were testing. Of course, QAing the data and the model with Supermetrics was also crucial for us. Naming conventions were really helpful to move fast into this direction of QAing and later delivering.
Okay, yeah. And you also mentioned that centralizing the data ownership was a key part of your transformation. Yeah. So can you elaborate a little on why that was important and how you got the other teams on board?
Yes, indeed. So I think that's a new world now we are entering with Supermetrics, enabling us to bring a lot of data together and having it centralized in our data lake. We are really entering into this new world of having the data owners and data and domain experts in one place, and which is really key for us to be for speed and accuracy of the data, but also allowed us to maintain and govern the data better, also enabling it to be used in other ways rather than having it supervised. So that's quite a key achievement, to have marketing data in one place and having marketing teams owning it as data experts.
Yeah, that sounds really amazing. So I think a lot of marketing teams, especially in larger organizations, can recognize the pain of having data scattered in various places and not having a clear ownership for it. So I love that you highlighted here as one of the key changes and learnings for you. So overall, what's been the impact of this transformation on your marketing strategy and performance?
Yes, as I mentioned, saving a lot of analysts' times to pulling data and really shifting it towards insights generation is, I think, the key achievement. Reshaping the role of analysts from data providers to insights providers and experts. I think that's the big achievements for us as analyst team. I think also for the organization. But I think also shifting this to waiting just on monthly report rather than actually getting real-time insights and be able to move fast on optimizations of our campaigns and digital activities. I think also having the data in one place and having this one source of truth for the teams, it's also really increasing the collaboration between marketing teams and sales teams, also the data teams, helping to speak that one language as well. And last is, of course, increasing our analytics maturity as well within marketing teams and increasing that data confidence and usage of the data.
Yeah, that's so great to hear. So what does the future of marketing data look like for Philips Healthcare?
Yeah, so I wasn't to surprise anyone if I mentioned AI. And AI would play a key role in the role of reshaping the role of analysts in the future. I don't think that it would replace analysts, not at all, because analysts are the key of putting data into perspective and knowing the right context to use the data and translate it into actions. And that's the future role of analysts. With all this great automation and all the things we can achieve with AI, analysts would have the time to drive actions and to translate insights into actions. And I think that's the future role of analysts. Having more of this automation and having AI helping into actually identifying abnormalities faster or building data alerts, analysts can really focus on this faster and have faster actions. I think analysts as well would become more the data educators. Something that we are doing now as well with our projects is educating more the marketing teams on how to use the data and how to understand it and become analysts on their own. I think that's also something that a lot of organizations would move to. With having so much volumes of data and data points, everyone will become an analyst. And our current analyst role is to educate and expand the knowledge of marketing teams on it.
Yeah, that sounds really great. I definitely agree on the need to develop your analyst skills and kind of everyone becoming like an analyst themselves. So what about this project with Supermetrics? Any next steps for it? What are some things that are happening within your organization?
Yeah, so we thought that our project would be just a short project. We'll deliver it and we'll leverage on the learnings, but we see much more potential of leveraging Supermetrics and scaling our solution, adding more data points to it, and really building that powerful end-to-end view of digital and campaign data.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you, Martina. This has been really insightful. Thank you for sharing your journey and valuable lessons with us. I think there are a lot of good tips to take for all kinds of marketing and data teams. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Fanny. It was great speaking with you.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into the Marketing Intelligence Show from Supermetrics. Subscribe to our channel and follow us for more data-driven insights